Chat submitted would you rathers. I hope you guys came up with intellectual thoughts for me to consider, not just straight up absurdity, but listen, you get my honest answer either way. Let's take a look, shall we? Would you rather use Rubble Rouser or Wrecking Ball? I think I'll just fucking play Fortnite Battle Royale. Would you rather never be able to watch Bleach again? Or never be able to work out again? So would I rather not be able to watch one show that's like top 5 scratching, or be a pussy for the rest of my life? I think I'll tune into One Piece. Not at all. Would you rather have to solve a 500-piece puzzle every time you want to use any form of money, debit card, credit cards, cash, etc.? Or would you rather every time you have to use the restroom, you have to yell out the Pledge of Allegiance no matter where you are? 500-piece puzzle, bro. If I'm trying to get in and out, if I'm just buying a pack of gum and I gotta fucking solve that, I mean, do you know how long it takes to solve a 500-piece puzzle? Do you know how actually long you gotta sit there and lock in for in order to get a puzzle completed? It's a dubious amount of time. It's treacherous. Whereas declaring my pledge to the country that I am privileged to live in every time I gotta use the John, I think that's fair. I mean, I honestly think I would do that regardless of this question, this query, really. Raise up a loaf of bread or a croissant? A croissant, right? You know, it's got that foreign shit too. You know, it's like a croissant. You know, like, mon chéri, mademoiselle, croissant. You know what I mean? It's got that little bit of French. You know, maybe have some crème brûlée on the side of that croissant. You know what I mean? Plus, they're just so tasty. But bread is, bread is a cornerstone. It's the all-American. It's like, you can't go wrong. Have a girlfriend or be single. I wouldn't really say it's either way. But like, if this is one way for the rest of your life, have a girlfriend, obviously. But, I mean, who gives a shit either way? Adopt me or adopt me? You guys know the terms. If you guys want me to be your daddy, bring a hot meal so I can be the, I can have a mother to help me. Dude, I'm not being a single parent in this month. Either way, you still have the G-force. Right, you are, my friend. Would you rather bread or bread? Bread. Would you rather eat pineapple with pizza on it and you can't take it off, or vegan pizza? Pineapple on pizza, huh? Guys, to be fair, I've never had pineapple on pizza. So I feel like it's so unbelievably presumptuous of me to just assume this is dog shit merely by looking. Now, I can in my head picture the flavors, but for it to have such a passionate, devoted fan base to it, I think it would behoove me to at least try before I give a concrete example. And honestly, under that pizza is the cheese, is the sauce, is the dough. Whereas vegan pizza, you're using some fucking synthetic cheese, which that ain't even fucking cheese. That's chemicals arranged. That's like Play-Doh. Would you rather an Ningini or Thumpback? Bruz before Huz. I gotta go Thumpback. I mean, it pains me to say, because, Ningini. You guys know how I feel about Ningini, but Bruz before Huz. Thumpback. Hail to the world! Would you rather do the rizzing or get rizzed? Do the rizzing, guys. I don't operate on pussy timing. I'm not the type of guy that will just sit back and be like, try to like nonchalantly, get a girl to walk up. No, I just walk up, right? I just pull up. I'm like, okay, I'll pull up. It also just stands, to who I am as a person. Like, would the leader of the G-Force, world's strongest streamer, just hope shit comes to him? No, he goes out and gets it. It's that simple. Would you rather become homies with aliens or become homies with some angels? Like the ones that can conjure stuff. I mean, this is assuming that angels and aliens are real. First and foremost, because we have to set the groundwork for this query to even make any sort of logical sense. So we're assuming that angels, they're of a higher realm. Like aliens, at the end of the day, like, yeah, they might be technologically like that dude, but I'd rather have it, instead of like an alien sliding for me, to have a guardian angel watching my back at every given moment. It does not get better than that, right? Would you not want an ethereal spirit guarding you? Because let's say you're homies with aliens and other aliens attack you, like, yo, those aliens might not be able to get your back, whereas a guardian angel, they can just fucking pop a shield, right? Get this man a shield. Thank you. Arigato gozaimashita. Would you rather good in the sink or poo in the sink? I think I'd rather throw you in a federal penitentiary. Would you rather 1,000 cockroaches in the attic or a hobo in the attic? See, I'd rather a hobo in the attic. Why? I could easily just mink, 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 and if that's not enough, I got a fucking Louisville Slugger I could take to make sure he exits the fold promptly. Whereas 1,000 cockroaches, I mean, you're gonna miss one or two, man. Would you rather know the full truth about reality, even if it destroys your sense of meaning, or stay comfortable in a lie, Matrix style? Ooh. God, that's hard, bro. I'm like, hold on, I'm low-key. Let me just... Because the thing about that is, like, would you be able to even explain it to other people? Because I feel like that's where it gets dicey. Because, like, what does a life without meaning look like? Would you just want to just fail only up IRL? But then, would staying comfortable in a lie, that implies that the reality I'm living is already a lie. So that, like, I wouldn't want to just stay in a lie. I would rather know what's going on. If I could bear the burden of knowing what the hell's going on, why John Cena isn't visible to the naked eye, I would choose that option 100 times over. Especially if I was presented with the option that like I'm living a lie, right? Because then it's kind of meaningless anyways. So yeah, I'm red pilling the fuck out of that shit. Would you rather have the brightness on your phone stuck on low or volume stuck on low? Brightness on the phone. See, because you could easily just hold your phone up and just like do this, but the volume, that's just not something I could work with, right? Especially because, you know, if I can't hear it, even when I'm in my own house, like I don't want to sit like this. You know, this is doable. This is not doable. You know? Would you rather no fingers or no ears and nose? No ears and nose, because at least I can still play. Would you rather spend forever outside or forever inside? Ooh. I feel like forever outside, you're gonna smell like shit and be exposed to the elements. Like, well, yeah, you might be fucked. If you could have people build you a house, like if you become like a offshore e-commerce mogul and just make copious of billions of dollars, you could basically create a domain expansion that's effectively outside, just indoors, right? So I'd rather say inside. Would you rather relive an hour of your most embarrassing moments or relive the saddest 10 minutes of your life? Oh, fuck. You gotta be, golly. You gotta go beyond either way. There's no easy way out of this one. Saddest 10 minutes of your life. I mean, dude, I'll say this. I don't think I've ever had, like, I've been through shit, but I don't know if I could say there's ever been the 10 saddest moments of my life. Like, I've never lost a loved one, thankfully, or anything like that. Like, I've dealt through problems in my life and had to go through trials and tribulations, but I don't think any of it was, like, that upsetting to me. You know, so I probably could just tank that. I would want to relive an hour of my most embarrassing moments just to see maybe if they were as bad as I thought. You know, like, maybe I'm a little bit too harsh on myself. Like, you know, whenever I'm showering and whatnot, and you think of that moment, and you're like, maybe it's not as bad, and I'd like to. Would you rather goon to a Minecraft character or goon to a Roblox character? I would rather find out your IP so I can pinpoint your exact longitude and latitude than send police to your house and have you locked in a federal penitentiary in solitary confinement and throw away the fucking key under the cell. But if I must, Roblox character, all right? Never stop joking or never stop being serious. I mean, my entire streaming thing relies on me joking. So basically it's like, I would never be able to stream again in my life. And then I'm abandoning the GeForce. So to bear the burden for you guys, I would never stop joking. Because like, okay, when do you need to be serious? Especially if people know your condition. It's like, yeah, he's a joker. But it's like, yo, my mom just got ran over by a car. Like, okay, that's gonna be fucked. I'll probably have no friends, but at least I could stream to you guys at a high level. Would you rather eat cold chili or drink hot lemonade? Guys, cold food really isn't that bad. One night I went downstairs, I was ravenous, and I was like, bro, you know what? Fuck that. Like, I'm not even a waste of time. This was biblical levels of gluttony. I was so hungry that I didn't even decide to heat up the pizza that was left over. I just ate that bitch straight up cold. And I was like, wait, why was that actually not the worst thing that I've ever had in my life? And then that basically kind of opened the door to, yo, cold food isn't that bad. So I'll go cold chili, because hot lemonade would just be like drinking literal piss. It would be like you just pissed in a cup and decided to sip it. Would you rather never need to eat and breathe or never need to sleep? Never need to eat. Yeah, but I like eating. I fucking hate sleeping. Guys, it's actually getting problematic. I was editing a YouTube video. I'm editing a SWAT Force marathon, and then I obviously got distracted too. I didn't go to bed until 5:30 a.m. last night, and I woke up at 11. It's degenerate. It's not good for me. I really gotta get my beauty rest. Otherwise, like, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna fucking perish at the ripe age of like 42, and I just can't have that happen. So I gotta plug in myself. I gotta plug my juice. But isn't it kind of crazy how I'm operating off 4.5 hours of sleep and I'm still alive and kicking? So yeah, I'm gonna go never need to sleep, because the problem with sleeping is you're in a dark room alone for like 8 hours just doing positively fuck all, increasing your life, nada, zip zero, nada, nothing. There's better things to do, which is something that I would do. Would you rather infinite ideas or knowing everything? I think infinite ideas, bro. Infinite ideas, I mean, just think of the clip farming. The clip farming wouldn't stop. I would be oozing with clips, bro. Every single waking second, clip. Just fucking fan them bitches out. Whereas like knowing everything, then you're just a nerd. Right? It's like, oh yeah, we got the walking thesaurus over here. We got Google in person. You know, then you're just basically Zane from Ninjago, which is badass, fair. But at the end of the day, that's no one's favorite ninja. Would you rather can't read or can't speak? Well, I could hardly read anyway, so probably that. Would you rather best friend punished for something you did or go to jail for something you didn't do? I would go to jail for something I didn't do, because I just couldn't imagine fucking over one of my boys to that extent. Because then it's like I get to live off scot-free, and then like they're just gotta deal with that. And just because like they're not you doesn't mean that they have no, I don't know, that's like obvious though. Date an AI girlfriend or date a girl with a D? How bad is the girl with the D? Okay, hold on. kidding. So this is obviously false right off the rip, right? Because you said a girl with a dick. So that's a dude. Have an AI girlfriend? I mean, how bad is the AI we talking? Is it a robot or am I going on like chatgpt.com and like reporting how my day was? Guys, I don't swing that way. I don't know how many times I'm gonna tell you. Dick, not my favorite thing in the world. So I'm gonna have to go with AI girlfriend. Would you rather fuck the whole G-force consensually? Goodness me, bro. What the fuck? Or get fucked by the G-force? Oh my god! You evil demon! But guys, if there is one man who can bear the burden of being fucked by his entire cock, it is Gianni Galuzzi, the world's strongest streamer. Leader of the G-Force General Skills, Ambassador of the Unemployed, 6'3", 200 pounds of pure lean muscle. I'd be able to do that so you guys would have to experience Storm at an unusual level. I can fucking be like Bonnie Blue in his bitch, Lily Pila. I can take it. I can bear the burden. Come on, go beyond. We will fuck you, gang. Bring it on. Spend a day with Bouncer or spend a day with Crusher? Bouncer, he's so chill, bro. Like, hold on, let me actually get Bouncer. Like, you telling me you wouldn't just chill with a motherfucker by the name of Bouncer? Come on, son. Hey, right? Would you rather fuck your mom or let your dad fuck you? There's something wrong with you. You are genuinely fucked in the head. If I could get my hands on you, I would grab you by your neck and drag you to Arkham Asylum and have you nailed down in a fucking cell right between the Scarecrow and Joker so that Scarecrow can let out the fear toxin into your cell while the Joker fucks with you mentally so that maybe somehow through all that fuck shit you can somehow become normal because you're just surrounded by just Looney Tunes of the highest variety. You are an evil, twisted mutt. Murk Gianni or never walk again? I'm Gianni, you fool! What? So would I rather die or never walk again? I guess never walk. I mean, like, I get a fire wheelchair. I'll say that. I would get, like, I'll take that bitch to Los Santos Customs. Get like, I would get the horn that's like. Would you rather not blow up as a streamer or get caught in a crypto zoo scandal? Logan Paul survived it. I'll do the crypto zoo scandal, but I wouldn't actually do that, you guys. God, I gotta achieve my dream. Will you rather poo your pants in public or get publicly rejected? Johnny Galuzzi does not shit himself, right? It's in my identity as an individual that I don't shit myself, so this could literally never happen. It's never happened in any multiverse and just will never happen. But get publicly rejected. I mean, I've gone up to women in public and things haven't gone my way. I mean, this has happened before. Guys, you don't hit every shot. You gonna miss some of those bitches. But somewhere you're gonna bang, bang, right? Would you rather be conscious forever with diminishing intensity or fully cease to exist at a definite endpoint? So basically like slowly die mentally or just die. Probably fully cease to exist at a definite endpoint. Why? To go slowly insane would just do my head in, right? Because then it's, you know, I don't even know what's what. I'm gonna be one of those gentlemen that you stare at in public and it's like, what the fuck's wrong with that guy? But in reality, he's just trying his best. He's just trying to get day to day, or he's just trying to get through the day and make it home so he can watch like Netflix with his granddaughter or something like that, right? You know, but I don't want to be that individual. I want to go out like a badass. Would you rather inhabit a universe that ends in heat death or one that cyclically collapses and reborn infinitely? One that cyclically collapses and reborn infinitely. Guys, my ideal life is if when I die, I just respawn at the beginning. Like I can just go through my entire life again and then just basically every time I die, my life just resets and I have no memory of it. And like I try to make different choices throughout, but like I'm not conscious of those choices. And then like maybe eons down the line, I'll be able to like look at all the choices like at the end of a Detroit Becomes Human or Until Dawn or one of those types of games. And then I can see all the various paths that I took. And it's like, oh, what was the best path? That would be dope. I'm just like chopping shit up with whoever's at the end of the universe. Maybe even fill that seat myself. Maybe I'm like on a quest. And until I figure out what that quest is, I'm gonna keep repeating shit over and over and over and over again. That would be dope. Would you rather be morally responsible in a universe without free will or morally irrelevant to one with it? This is literally what we're learning in metaphysics right now. Come on. This is, come on. This is my shit right here. This is where I do my best work. Come on, son. But would I rather be morally responsible in a universe without free will or morally irrelevant in one with it? Wait, this question doesn't even make sense. I don't get it. Because free will implies that you're morally responsible, whereas not having free will, it would imply that you're not responsible for any of your actions. So how does this work? Well, they do say that sometimes, like, you could still be, but you wouldn't be morally responsible in a world without free will because you were destined to do the fuck shit that you did. Or like whatever you did, whether it was good or bad. So you can't really get credited or discredited for it either way. Whereas morally irrelevant and one with it, again, that doesn't make sense because if you have free will and you're doing things, then that means that you chose to do them. So it wouldn't be morally irrelevant. You just chose to do those things. But I would rather have free will and be morally responsible because that's the life that I understand. And there's got to be some sort of, I know a lot of people say that there's not free will. I like to think that there is. I don't think that we're just like a fucking conglomerate of people that were just predestined to do all these things due to there's things like, oh, if you saw McDonald's last week, you were guaranteed to choose to go to eat McDonald's on Wednesday, the 26th of whatever. I disagree. I like to think that you have free will and choice. Would you rather have a gay son or thought daughter? All right. So we go through like a high level metaphysics question and then we just go to this. How about a healthy child? Would you rather not be able to pee or not be able to poo? Okay, but if I feel the effects of it, I'd rather not be able to deuce. Because peeing happens so frequently that, I would just be permafucked. Would you rather build a Disney castle Lego set on stream or drink olive oil? If it's build Lego on stream, yes. I fucking love Lego sets. I have guys, realistically, I don't think I really grew up since, 5 years of age. Again, I think I was a higher level thinker at 5 years old. There was a reason I had 2 girlfriends in kindergarten because I was just one level above the rest of my peers. Because of the fact that I had understood that the essence of humanity is to appreciate your origin point and how you are as like a raw, unaffected human. You're not affected by society. You've just spawned in. So I appreciated the whimsical aspect that was inherently Gianni Galuzzi, and I just didn't change that. So there's that. Would you rather goon in your pants every time you see a female or get noticeably bricked every time you're around men? Okay. There's no way out of getting noticeably bricked around your men. Around your boys, right? Because if the dudes are gonna notice that you're bricked up, you're just gonna get dirty looks. And it's also like, this motherfucker's got no class. Whereas if you accidentally goon your pants every time you see a female, you can just excuse yourself to the local John and clean that shit up real quick. I guess I'd have to choose that. Whereas it's just about getting noticed versus not. Would you rather replay Swap Force Nuzlocke thingy or play Roblox Adopt Me? What the fuck? No, I don't want to adopt you to play Roblox, so I would happily, to avoid that fate, do the Swap Force Nuzlocke thingy. Would you rather never be able to stream again? No. Only post on YouTube or never able to eat your favorite foods again? What does a world without Scooby Snacks look like? I don't know. Guys, I put the G-Force over everything. I will never go federal on you guys. So if there's anything that comes between me and you, it's you guys. Always. 100%. Never anything else. So I would happily not eat. Listen, as long as I have DC, we'll be good. Would you rather never taste or never feel again? I guess I'll go never taste. I feel like there's a lot more versatility with never feeling, just besides just feeling shit on your tongue. Eat poop or drink pee? Drink pee. Eating poop would probably taste like shit. That's a knee slapper if I ever heard one. Someone clip that and send it to the internet. Wear a leash on stream while being walked by Walker or quit streaming. You guys are testing my shit. If that's the only way to keep streaming to bring you guys live Gianni Galuzzi entertainment every single day of 2026, I'd have to endure it, guys. Because if there's one thing about Gianni, I can endure it! Would you kill you or the G-Force? Me. Would you rather peak in college or be broke but thriving after? This is my only option, right? I am currently not wealthy during college, but I'm on the come up with it. So this is my only option. Would you rather experience true love once and lose it or never experience it at all? If I had, whatever, if true love, I would experience that and then never experience it ever again. Would you rather lose all your memories but keep your personality, or your memories would slowly lose your personality? Your memories shape who you are as a person. Like, even as you were a jit, you were storing memories that were shaping who you are. That's how, you spawn in as a blank canvas. You can go any sort of way. But you definitely don't spawn in with your personality. So if you lost your memories, you wouldn't have your personality. So I don't really know how this would work. Or keep your memories, but slowly lose your personality. You'd just be kind of like a husk. If you had no idea of how you got to the point in life you were at, you'd basically just be a husk that, especially because part of my comedy is niche references that I bring up repeatedly. I would be fucked. I guess keep my memories but slowly lose my personality. Hopefully you guys will still love me the same. Would you rather be certain you're living authentically or be happy while unknowingly living a lie? Unknowingly living a lie? Well, what does living authentically mean? I don't see the downside in that. I guess would that imply that I wouldn't be happy? I don't know. I don't want to live lies. Would you rather upload your content into a perfect digital afterlife or accept biological death knowing nothing continues? This is good. I don't need that, especially if I knew I was digital and not even fucking real. I'm good off that. I'd rather just die like everybody before me. Would you rather eat a big fat that just never eat smelly disgusting shit from the toilet? Probably smelly disgusting shit. At least it's less gay. Eat Ninjini's or get the dream life you wanted without Ninjini. I guess we'll never know. I guess we'll never know. Daddy, what the fuck is wrong with you people?
Baby, now you feel like